Welcome back to the Stoic Mirror, where we don't chase validation. We chase virtue. We don't speak to impress. We speak to understand. Today, we enter the ancient art of connection, not the kind that happens through likes or instant replies, but the kind that lingers, the kind that imprints on a woman's soul. And it starts not with the perfect line, but with the right question. In a world obsessed with how to be more charming, more alpha, more irresistible, we're flipping the script. Because the most powerful man in the room isn't the one who speaks the most. It's the one who knows how to ask the kind of question that makes her go silent. Let's dive in. Ask her these 6 questions. She'll be instantly impressed. But not because you're trying to impress her, because you're finally seeing her. 1. What's something you've always wanted to say, but never did? This isn't a game. This is depth. Most men ask about favorites. You ask about silence. And in doing so, you unlock the part of her no one's bothered to reach. She may laugh, hesitate, or brush it off. But later, when she's alone, your voice will echo. Not because you flattered her, because you invited her to open a door she forgot existed. 2. What does peace feel like for you? In a world built on chaos, this question is a gift. Peace looks different for every woman. And by asking this, you're not trying to fix her. You're trying to understand her rhythm, her version of calm. And when a man seeks her peace instead of her performance, he becomes unforgettable. 3. When did you last feel truly understood? Not seen, not heard, understood. Because real intimacy doesn't come from compliments. It comes from clarity. This question makes her reflect on who truly witnessed her and who just wanted her. And suddenly, the space between you isn't awkward. It's sacred. 4. What's the hardest truth you've learned about love? Here, you're not looking for pain. You're respecting it. Because every woman has a scar shaped like a story. And when she feels that your question isn't a setup, but a sanctuary, she'll answer with the kind of honesty most men never earn. You don't need to agree. You don't even need to respond. Just listen. That alone is an act of masculine power. 5. What kind of man would challenge you to grow? This isn't a pickup question. It's a mirror. It reflects her standards, her fears, her hidden potential, and maybe her past regrets. Most men ask what she likes in a partner. But a Stoic man, he asks, what elevates her? Because love that doesn't challenge is simply comfort. And comfort without growth is decay. This question isn't about trying to become that man she describes. It's about showing her that you understand her potential and that you respect it enough not to coddle it. You're not here to be easy. You're here to be real. The man who won't flatter her ego, but will hold her to her highest self. She'll pause. She might deflect. But that question will replay in her mind when she's alone. And that's when the attraction deepens. Because you're not asking to impress her. You're asking to reveal her. And that, in today's world, is magnetic. A man who seeks depth, not obedience, is unforgettable. 6. What's one moment in your life you never want to forget? This question isn't about nostalgia. It's about emotion. The pure kind that shaped her into who she is. Because we don't fall in love with resumes or filtered photos. We fall in love with how someone remembers. What moves them? What grounds them? What broke them open and put them back together? When you ask this question, you aren't asking for gossip. You're asking for her humanity. Was it the way her mother hugged her after her first heartbreak? Was it the silence on a beach right before she chose to live differently? Was it the way someone once believed in her when she didn't believe in herself? When she answers, she may tear up. Or maybe she smiles in a way that says, "I've never told anyone this before." And that's where you stop speaking. You just hold the moment, because what she shares isn't for your judgment or approval. It's a gift. It's a signal that says, "I trust your presence more than your performance." A Stoic man knows this. Not every moment is meant to be explained. Some are just meant to be witnessed with reverence. And if she remembers anything about you, it won't be your outfit or your clever reply. It'll be the stillness you offered her when she let her soul speak. That is Stoic charisma. In a world where most men scramble to impress, with words, with money, with noise, the truly unforgettable ones ask better questions, not to manipulate, not to perform, but to see. To see the woman behind the image, to witness the soul behind the smile, to gently pull curiosity from places she's kept guarded for years. And that's what separates the ordinary from the rare. Not looks, not status, but depth. Because the truth is, you don't have to be the most handsome, the richest, or the smoothest man in the room. You just have to be the one who listens differently. The one who doesn't flinch when she opens up. The one who isn't intimidated by her chaos, her fire, or her past. You ask because you care. You pause because you value. You stay silent because you know. Sometimes what matters most is felt, not said. A Stoic man doesn't chase validation. He invites truth. So if you take nothing else from this, remember, when you stop trying to impress and start learning to witness, you don't just become memorable. You become magnetic. Not because you're flashy, but because you're real. Grounded, still, present. Let the boys play games. You speak with silence. You lead with intention. You connect with presence. She'll feel that. And long after the conversation ends, she'll think about you. Not because you begged for her attention, but because you gave her something rare. A moment of truth in a world full of noise. Stay grounded, stay stoic, and remember, the most powerful thing a man can offer is a calm mind, a steady gaze, and the courage to go deep where others stay shallow. If this spoke to something inside you, don't just scroll past. Drop a comment below. Which of these 6 questions would you ask first, and why? Like this video if you're done with surface-level conversations. Subscribe for more Stoic insights, masculine self-mastery, and real tools to elevate your relationships.